The North American Aerospace Defense Command, also known as Norad, helps keep us safe by monitoring the sea and skies for threats to the U.S. They also help keep us happy every December by tracking a more welcome type of visitor, Santa Claus. And Captain McFarlane serves in the U.S. Air Force and is NORAD's spokesperson. Captain McFarlane joins us now. Thanks a lot for joining us, and you look very festive today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on your show. We're here to talk about Santa, and we love doing it.
Yes, we are. Get a couple of questions for you. NORAD's been tracking Santa for more than 60 years. How did the tradition get started?
Oh, yeah, over 60 years. Yeah, definitely. So back in 1955, a young kid called accidentally to the NORAD phones at that time. And luckily enough, we had somebody on the phone who took the opportunity to pass along the kid's Santa's message and also talked about gifts that kid would be receiving. And ever since that day, we've been doing it every single year.
We're very grateful for that kid for making that phone call there. How many phone calls, speaking of phone calls and emails, social media messages does NORAD get when tracking Santa? And do you get a chance to keep up with all of that?
Well, we receive thousands of calls. So we start around 6 a.m. Eastern time, and we go until about 2 a.m. Eastern time on Christmas Day. And from that time, from the moment we kick off the Santa tracker to the time we end it, it is nonstop calls, and we have a few hundred people at any given time volunteering to take those phone calls.
So real quick, just got to ask you this question. I think we all talk money all the time, especially during this time of the year. How is this all paid for?
We are very lucky, and we wouldn't be able to do this without all the numerous people that volunteer their time. This year we have over 1,500 people volunteering their time throughout the day to talk to all the kids that are calling in to ask about Santa.
And we're very grateful for our servicemen and women, especially during this time of year. How important is the program in terms of military outreach?
It's great. It really puts us out there. It gets us to talk to the people. We couldn't ask for a better opportunity to speak with people around the world, not only to talk about Santa, to talk about how important we are to the North American continent.
And what's your favorite part of the Santa tracker operation? I'm sure you followed it as a child as well.
Oh, yeah. I was just telling somebody earlier that I used to call into NORAD and follow NORAD Track Santa, and now I'm here. 15 years later, it's an amazing opportunity. I love getting to talk to the kids. They're so energetic about getting to hear about Santa, where he's at. I mean, we have people from Pennsylvania calling at 6 o'clock this morning just to hear where you're at, and he hadn't even left the Pacific Ocean yet.
It's amazing to see how things come full circle for you. Final question for you, and this is the big one. A lot of kids are watching. Have you ever had the chance to personally meet Santa?
I haven't, but I know a few people that have, and it's one of those opportunities that now, after getting to talk to them, I definitely want to get a hold of it, and maybe next year, he comes down to Colorado Springs to kind of see the NORAD operations. So maybe next year I'll get to meet him in person.
All right, we honor you and honor all of the helpers out there. Thank you so much for joining us, Captain McFarlane.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and I want to remind everybody to help us track Santa this year by calling 1-877-HI-NORAD or going to noradsanta.org.